Hello, Dan Lyle here, the founder and owner of LylePublishing.com, and I'd like to briefly describe to you the main features of creative theology, which is a new religious enabling methodology that I've developed for helping people of whatever faith or spirituality to solve big spiritual problems, keeping them from moving ever closer to God. First of all, this new religious methodology is not just a variation on an existing faith. Neither is it an attempt to bridge or combine various aspects of different religions. It is a rethinking and a reformulation of godliness that starts from scratch. What I did was go back to the beginning of the universe and start all over with the big questions. Where did we come from? Who are we? Where are we going to? And I did this in light of all of mankind's present-day accumulated experience and knowledge, and then worked forwards through each aspect of humanity's endeavors, searching for fresh insights into the big questions. That journey is chronicled in my autobiographical adventure novel that is titled The Book of Lyle. And the Book of Lyle is a work of art, literature, drama, containing history, proverbs, songs, prayers, exploration, questioning, debate, intense conflict, and high adventure. It's very exciting. It's one of my most interesting books. Yet it is a short book that's very well organized into crisp, compelling chapters that take you to places you've never been before. And it culminates in creative theology. Now, from the broad exploration of the Book of Lyle, I then moved into codifying the details of creative theology in another book that I wrote that is entitled Creative-Theology. And in this book, I very clearly set out good options that people can consider for the function, the elements, and the implementation of creative theology, either for individuals or for groups. And I think if you take a look at this book, you'll find that the methodology is very simple. Yet, at the same time, it's very challenging. Its function is to help individuals or groups overcome the barriers that keep people from moving ever closer to God by doing that which pleases the Creator of the universe the very most. And what is that? Namely, to best express both individually and collectively. Godly creativity. The simple elements of creative theology are as follows. 1, compelling aim. 3, God-given overriding and enveloping rules. 5, godly principles. The implementation of creative theology is in the context of what I call godly quality management. And the details of how to do godly quality management are in another book that is entitled In Search of Quality, Principles and Mechanisms. And this is an extensive book that is very clearly and logically put together and presents management techniques and tools that really do work for getting the best results from those people under your authority. And it works not only for religion, but also for business, government, education, and any other group activity. Now, from the religious Christian perspective, my claim, and a whole chapter in the book, is that these principles and mechanisms of management are what Jesus used with his disciples and followers, and wishes for us who are his followers today to do likewise. And I support this contention concerning Jesus in 11 substantial books. The first of which is called The Real Jesus, a Creative Theologist Worthy of Being Followed. And the other 10 books are volumes of the Jesus Lectures, what Jesus might say to his followers today. Now, in these fictional lectures of Jesus that are very closely based on New Testament passages, Jesus takes us modern-day Christians to task. Why? For selectively editing his teachings, emphasizing those which are comfortable, when we should rather be embracing the totality as Christians of his teachings, which are designed to keep mankind progressing spiritually upwards and forwards, ever closer to God. Under this new paradigm, then, which I claim Jesus had very strongly in his teachings, this new paradigm of ever improving our spiritual nature, not just arriving at a plateau where we're comfortable spiritually, but ever progressing upwards and higher. Under this new paradigm, the main job of religious leaders is what? It's not defending doctrine. It's not restricting people's behaviors. It's not enforcing rituals. Rather, the main job of religious leaders becomes helping people to work together to exercise their God-given talents together to the glory of God. Now, I hope you're getting the idea that this creative theology thing is not gobbledygook. It's not nonsense. It's not some money-grubbing so-called mystery. It's not a means to suppress or control people. It's not a perversion of the very principles that it claims to stand upon, as are so many cult so-called theologies. Instead, creative theology is a very clear methodology for helping people be spiritually far happier and even more successful. As such, creative theology is not only for practicing on its own or by Christians, but can be used by any group of any of the traditional or newcomer type religions. I hope you're getting the idea that the results of creative theology implementation for either a person or a group can be nothing less than spectacular. Let me give you 4 examples for you to consider. Number 1, happily putting together science and faith. 2, fully empowering all practitioners. 3, simplifying while simultaneously greatly challenging. And number 4, making religion spirituality into a continually improving, upward moving, exciting adventure. For each of the books that I've cited above, I've made some other short videos in which I take you on a quick tour through the contents of each of the books. I invite you to take a look at these. They're brief, they're short, and they show you some very interesting things. And these videos are located at my Creative Theology webpage, lylepublishing.com/creative-theology, both capital words, .htm. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, either now or in the future, please feel free to directly send me an email at danlyle@lylepublishing.com. I look forward to hearing from you if you wish, and I thank you for viewing my introductory Creative Theology video.